Hey, what up, personal finance class? Welcome to day number 4 of our COVID-19 stay-at-home e-learning 2020. We're almost to the end of our first week, so that's good news. Also, I mentioned yesterday, financial news, national financial news. Today's the day, right? Where we should be seeing a congressional bailout package being passed, over $2 trillion to help the economy. This is big news. This is going to affect all of us. The news has been bad. It is, right? So again, like I said yesterday, I don't blame you if you haven't been paying much attention to the news, because it's bad. If you're wondering why, we're all doing what we're doing, why we're all alone and together, all you gotta do is look at the news coming out of New York. But I wouldn't blame you if you don't want to look, because it's really bad. And we want to hope it doesn't get that bad here. So that we're trying to keep that under control. But that's the bad news. The good news, again, is that this government program that has been passed by one house of Congress, and it's going to be passed later today by the other house, and then signed by the president, making it official. It will give hundreds of billions of dollars to industries to keep them from collapsing. It'll give billions of dollars to thousands, if not millions, of small businesses across the country to keep them from going out of business, and to keep their employees who are not working right now. We're talking about restaurant workers, things like that. They're going to get paid either by their employers or this new legislation also vastly expands temporarily, but expands unemployment insurance, which is what some of you learned about yesterday on Econ Lowdown. Remember yesterday's lesson on unemployment talked about the consequences of unemployment, and it got into what unemployment insurance is and where it came from. And it's an important thing. So that's a good benefit to everybody. Also, a good benefit to everybody, just about everybody who's watching this, is direct cash payments. My family, as a family of 5, are going to be getting a good chunk of change put into our bank accounts by the government, hopefully within the next couple weeks. So I'm looking forward to that. Every little bit helps, right? So that's the good news, right? Look for that. Look into that. Let your parents or anyone who's struggling financially know about that, because again, these unemployment benefits that weren't necessarily available to everybody are going to be expanded and available to more people, and it's going to be more money. It's going to be for longer, right? Than traditional unemployment benefits, unemployment insurance has. And then also, again, if your family, doesn't make a lot of money, right? Makes a regular amount of money, under $125,000 a year for a married couple, then you guys will be getting, your family will be getting, your parents will be getting $500 for every child they have under 17. So there you go, $500. And then every adult's going to be getting a little over $1,000. So that's going to help. Again, my family's going to be benefiting from that. I got 3 kids and a wife, and we don't make a lot of money, so we're going to be getting that money, and we will definitely put it to good use. But when we think about programs like this, one question is, where's this money coming from? Well, it's $2 trillion, and the government doesn't have $2 trillion, so they're going to borrow it, right? It's going to be added to the national debt, and the national debt's already, like $23 trillion? But yeah, 23 trillion. What's another 2 trillion? And really, at this point, it's not as important as making sure that the country survives what we're going through right now. In addition to, all these, personal finance benefits of this legislation that's being passed today, is hundreds of billions of dollars for hospitals, which they really desperately need right now. Like I said, you don't want to know what's going on in New York in the hospitals right now. It's getting ugly. So, that being said, let's move on to our Econ Lowdown lesson of the day. The one thing that I wanted to say is good for you to the people who have been keeping up, logging into Econ Lowdown every day. If you haven't, right? If you haven't been keeping up with it, it's only the first week. It's okay. You haven't fallen way behind. But you want to make sure that you're logging in every day, because I can see when people logged in last, and that's how I'm going to take attendance. And we are tracking attendance to make sure that people are actually, logging in and doing the work. Not even doing the work, but just that they are participating in the e-learning program. So please make sure you're logging in regularly. There's a lot of people who have not logged in at all since we started. And there's maybe a couple people who've logged in but haven't really done anything. And then there's a few of you who've logged in and done work every day. Whichever one of these people you are, that's fine. But I will be, trying to contact today those of you who I haven't heard from or seen log in at all. And then if we haven't heard from anybody by the end of this week, then we'll start trying to send emails home and again, trying to reach out and see, if you guys are okay, if you're going to, show up and do some of this e-learning with us, because we'd love to have you. And again, it's pretty straightforward. If you're having any problems logging in, that's what I'm going to try and contact those of you I haven't heard from today, see if there's anything I can help you with. But it should be pretty straightforward, right? We're all familiar with Econ Lowdown, econlowdown.org. There's the link right here on our class bulletin board, which I'm going to click on, econlowdown.org. And when you open up your econlowdown.org, you log in. Right at the top, there's a link here. Click here to nominate a great personal finance teacher you know. Now, you might, maybe know a great personal finance teacher. I don't know, maybe. If you do, next month, April, is Financial Literacy Month. And it's a month to celebrate this kind of class and to promote personal finance and financial literacy. It's a good month, and we'll try and see what kind of fun activities we can do to celebrate Financial Literacy Month. But also part of Financial Literacy Month is Financial Educators Appreciation Day at the end of the month. And if we click on this link, it takes us to the Financial Educators Council webpage. Scroll down, and we see National Financial Educators Day. Right? A day to recognize individuals who are working to improve the financial capabilities of people in our communities. Financial Educator Day takes place last Friday of April, next month, and you, or anyone, can nominate an educator for Financial Educators Day Award. So, just put it out there. The link's right there at the top of the page. Hint, hint. If anybody's feeling like nominating a financial educator that you know, go ahead and do that. Again, I'd appreciate it. But if we go back to the page, the real thing is at the bottom, right? Always at the bottom, most recent assignments. We see consequences of unemployment, which some of you logged in and did yesterday. Good job. And then today we have something about the Great Depression, right? What is this, history class or personal finance class? Well, the Great Depression, again, is relevant to what we're doing right now, right? What we're going through right now. The Great Depression is the worst economic recession, the highest unemployment that this country's ever seen, until potentially now. And what this lesson talks about is how the government dealt with that, right? What was the fiscal policy of the government during the Great Depression? And we see this is a longer lesson, so all I want you to do today is just start it. You don't got to finish it today. Start it today. We'll finish it tomorrow. Just like with the unemployment, there's a pre-test and the lesson and then a post-test, but it's a little longer. Let's see how long the pre-test is. Pre-test is 5, 6 questions, 7. Eight questions, right? 8 questions. So, goal for today is get started, take that pretest, and then tomorrow we will look more at the lesson itself and work on the post-test, okay? So that's it for today. Other than that, you got your nomination if you're feeling like it. And then get outside and enjoy the nice weather today. It was really nice yesterday. I think it's going to be nice again today. Maybe a little overcast, but warm. So get out there, enjoy that sunshine. Make sure you log in at least once today and take that pretest. Maybe nominate a personal finance teacher if you know one. And I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.